Hi friends, I'm coming to you from the mountains of Colorado, but I want to talk to you about Belém, Portugal. So if you're reading this and you're coming from the United States, it actually looks more like Belém, but in Portuguese you say Belém. It actually means Bethlehem in Portuguese, so kind of a cool connection there. It is one of my favorite spots in Portugal, to be totally honest with you. I love Lisbon, I love going into Lisbon, but if I'm with kids, I think Belém gives you the most bang for your buck. Let's talk about what. First, you have the all-famous Torre de Belém, or the Tower of Belém, or Belém Tower. Of course, you'll see all variations of that. It looks like a little chess piece, just put right there in the coast near the River Tejo, which is kind of like the ocean. River, ocean, it's a little confusing, but it's both. It is where they used to receive the ships, and it is an incredible thing to go see. You may or may not drive by it. You may see it if you're driving along the coast, from Lisbon to Cascais, for example, which is another great place to go visit with kids. You can go inside, however, right now it is under construction. It's under some restoration, and it has scaffolding all around it. However, that's supposed to be done by middle of 2026, so you don't have to wait very long. If you go inside, make sure you get your tickets. There are tickets sold on site. I would recommend those over buying them online, because online you're going to pay a surcharge. You can just go to a ticket booth right there next to the Torre de Belém. It's in like a little mirrored box. You just need to get there before it closes, and it closes before the tower does. I did go inside once with a friend. I did not go with my kids. It is kind of fascinating for adults. It's really tight quarters to go up and really tight quarters to go down, but I really enjoyed the views. You must try a pastel de nata when you're in Portugal. It is the most famous dessert in Portugal, and the most famous shop selling pastel de nata is Pastéis de Belém, which pastéis is just the plural version of pastel, okay, in Portuguese. Is it my absolute favorite? No, I like pretty much all pastel de natas, pastéis de nata in Portuguese. As long as they're warm and fresh, I find them all to be very enjoyable.
Ooh, and they're so warm.
They're warm. Oh yeah. They are so good and warm and crunchy.
Just one?
Really delicious.
Dad, Lincoln
Really,
wants
really
to bite.
delicious. But it is definitely worth a visit to go to the Pastéis de Belém. There is a cafe. You can have lunch. You can see pastel de nata being made in real time. You also can just get some takeaway and go eat it in the park if it's a beautiful day in Portugal, which it often is. You have a giant park, like I just said, near there across from the monastery. I highly recommend letting your kids run around, taking a picnic. It's beautiful walking around. You can see the tower right from there. And then of course you have the monastery, which is the other big iconic symbol in Belém, the city. I have actually never been inside the monastery. Monasteries are not like the top of my list to go with kids, and none of my family has had much of an interest. It's stunning from the outside. I believe it's stunning from the inside too, but you really can't get tickets on site, and I've just never planned a trip. So make sure you get your tickets before you go because it is not one that you can just do on site. However, on the side of the monastery, which I have been to, there is a Maritime Museum. I have my kids, and there is a full-size warship inside, so my kids loved that. Well, it's like a model, I guess, but it is really, really cool, and my kids like that. There's also a planetarium. So we have been in that part of the quote-unquote monastery. There's a lot to do in Belém. You can also go up on the big monument next to the Tower of Belém. You can see the beautiful river that leads out to the ocean, the River Tejo, and you can just have a fabulous day walking around. To be honest, the architecture of Portugal is stunning in a lot of places, and that's no different in Belém. My final tip is one of my most favorite things that we did there. My kids have all three been. The ones who went longest to private school, they have all been to this place on a field trip. It's called the Quake Museum. Just a slight bit of history about Lisbon. There was a ginormous earthquake and fire in Lisbon, which completely destroyed the city. It was in the 18th century, and there was first an earthquake on All Hallows Eve on November 1st. So all the candles were lit in all of the churches. They fell over, the churches caught on fire. It was a complete disaster, and then there was a tsunami. Okay, so there was Earthquake, fire, then tsunami about an hour later, and a huge part of the population of Lisbon was killed, and most of the architecture of Lisbon was destroyed. So that's what this museum is all about. They talk all about this event. They have interactive rooms. You even can go in a room and feel what different earthquakes feel like. You learn about earthquakes in various cities, and then they do a heavy focus on Lisbon and the recovery process. Marquês de Pombal, who helped rebuild the city. His palacio is actually very close to where we live. So a lot of connections we had there, but we took my parents who don't have those connections and they thought it was a really good museum as well. A final tip for maybe older kids or adults is to visit the Royal Treasury Museum within walking distance of everything else I've mentioned in this video. My parents went and absolutely loved it. It's not super expensive and you can see some of the royal jewels of Portugal. I highly recommend you visit Belém. It's easy to access by train from Lisbon. You can go all the way from Lisbon to Cascais. You're gonna pass the stop next to our house, so wave hello. And it's very easy to get on, very easy to ride. Usually runs about every 20 minutes from the station in Lisbon, which is called Cais do Sodré. I'll write that here because you probably won't be able to recognize that in writing if you don't speak Portuguese, all the way down to Cascais. Okay, so just grab some tickets from there, make a day of it, walk by the beach, have such a great time, and soak up this beautiful place of Portugal. Okay, be sure to check out some of our other posts. We are expats in Portugal for 4 years. We have 5 kids and we are loving living here. So you can check out all of our recommendations on our blog. Talk to you soon.